Good morning, students. Today's session is for your first HR specialization, that is for Advanced Human Resource Management. Today we are going to discuss various objectives of job enrichment and what is recruitment. In our last class, we discussed one method or technique of job design, that is job enrichment. Generally, there are four methods or techniques available for designing a particular job. That is work simplification, job rotation, job enlargement, and job enrichment. In our last class, we discussed what is job enrichment, and today we are going to discuss various objectives of job enrichment. So, before starting today's concept, let me tell you what is job enrichment. Generally, job enrichment is a vertical expansion of a particular job. In case of job enrichment, organization add more duties, responsibilities, tasks to a particular job which is not of similar nature but related to higher level. In case of job enrichment, organization adds certain motivational factors to a particular job. Means in case of job enrichment, organization provides some level of freedom to the human resources. Again, it provides an opportunity for growth and advancement of human resources. Again, job enrichment provides the chances to the human resources for contributing his or her own ideas, and it also provides some level of freedom to the human resources to control their activities. And in case of job enrichment, organization allows a human resources to schedule his or her own assignment. Job enrichment adds some motivational factors to a human resources, so that in case of job enrichment, human resources of an organization may be motivated because it adds certain motivational factor to a particular job. Again, job enrichment provides some level of freedom to the human resources for control their own activities, and it also provides an opportunity for growth and development. So by adding these things to a particular job, or by adding more variety of tasks to a particular job, organization makes a particular job more challenging and interesting, and that also provides an opportunity to the human resources for contributing his or her own ideas. And in case of job enrichment, the human resources may allow to schedule his or her own activities, own assignments. So these things or this factor motivates the human resources, and uh, that encourages the people to exert high level of effort towards the organizational goal. So human resources try to accomplish the enriched job or enriched task in a most effective and efficient manner by acquiring more skills, more knowledge. So this is the concept of job enrichment. Job enrichment, we can say it is a technique of adding more tasks, more responsibilities and duty to a particular job. In case of job enrichment, organization adds certain motivational factors to a particular job, and it is a vertical expansion of a particular job. Next comes to objectives of job enrichment. Job enrichment having number of objectives. So, what are the objectives of job enrichment? Let me discuss one by one in detail. First objective or intention of job enrichment is that it increases the responsibility of employees by adding variety of tasks. Job enrichment's main intention is to add more variety of tasks, more duties to a particular job, so that by using the inherent skills, inherent potentialities of a human resources, the person can able to accomplish a particular task in a most effective and efficient manner, so that whatever the inherent skill, inherent potentialities of a human resources, that can be utilized by the organization fully. Next objective of job enrichment is that assigning the employee a complete natural unit of work, that is reducing task specialization. In case of other technique like work simplification, organization divide the total work into various smaller parts, and after that each smaller part is assigned to a particular worker. So some worker has to or every worker of an organization has to perform certain task only. But in case of job enrichment organization, by adding more variety of tasks to a particular work or to a particular job, sometime organization may assign the total complete work to a single employee. So so there are no concept of dividing or assigning the divided task or the divided work among various employees. So assigning the total work you need to a human resources job enrichment helps in this regard. So another intention of job enrichment is that assigning the employee a complete natural unit of work, that is reducing task specialization. Means for assigning a particular or a complete work unit to a particular employee, job enrichment technique is adopted by the organization. Next objectives of job enrichment is that allowing the employees to set his own standard. In case of job enrichment, organization allows the human resources to set his own standard, and organization allows the human resources to schedule his or her own assignments, so that whatever the inherent skills, whatever the creativity and innovative ideas of the human resources, that can be utilized by the organization. So there is a optimum utilization of skills of human resources. Next objectives of job enrichment is that making the employees directly perform his works. Means in case of job enrichment, organization provides some level of freedom to the human resources. So in case of job enrichment, organization make responsible the human resources of the employees for a particular task who performs the task only. In case of job enrichment, the employees of an organization are responsible for his or her own performance, so that the human resources of an organization can able to do everything in a perfect manner, because they know that they are responsible for their activity, so that by using their inherent skills they try to accomplish everything. Next objective of job enrichment is that encouraging participation of employee in planning work and innovative new techniques. Job enrichment provides an opportunity or chances to the human resources for contributing his or her own ideas, so that whatever the innovative ideas, whatever the creative ideas of the human resources, that can be utilized by the organization, and it helps the organization while doing some planning work or while doing some innovative things. These ideas from the human resources helps the organization a lot. Next objectives of job enrichment is that it introduces new and more difficult and challenging tasks not previously assigned to the employees. In case of job enrichment, organization add more duties, more responsibilities, more tasks to a particular job, and by adding certain motivational factors to a particular job, organization creates a job more interesting and challenging. So in case of job enrichment, organization adds certain difficult tasks, certain challenging tasks which is not assigned to him, and there is certain motivational factors, so the human resources attracted towards that job, and human resources try to accomplish the challenging task or try to fulfill whatever the task involved in a particular job in a most effective and efficient manner, so that their inherent skills, inherent qualities can be utilized by the organization. Next objectives of job enrichment is that removing some control from the employees. In case of job enrichment, organization provides some level of freedom to the human resources for control their activities. So Human resources by using their own potentialities, they schedule their own activities, they schedule their own assignments, and organization provides some level of freedom to control their activities, so they try to do everything in a most effective and efficient manner, so that after some time the productivity of the organization as well as the employee enhances. Next objectives of job enrichment is that allowing the employee to make some vital decision for the organization. So, in case of job enrichment, organization allows the human resources to contribute his or her own ideas, so that whatever the innovative skills, whatever the creativity ideas of the human resources that can be utilized by the organization. And in case of job enrichment, organization allows or provides some level of freedom to the human resources, so there are chances of providing some ideas related to making various vital decision of the organization. So these are the various objectives of job enrichment. Job enrichment's main intention is to add more duties, more responsibilities to a particular job, so that whatever the inherent skills, potentialities of a human resources that can be utilized by the organization. Now we are going to discuss various differences that exist between job enlargement and job enrichment. So for our discussion, I take certain parameter for comparison. So there are some basis for comparison. By considering these factors or by considering these parameters, uh, we will compare job enlargement technique with job enrichment technique. So first basis for comparison is meaning. So what is the meaning of job enlargement? Job enlargement is a horizontal expansion of a particular job. In case of job enlargement, organization add more duties, more responsibilities, and more variety of task in a job of similar nature. Means related to a particular task only, organization add more duties, more tasks. So we can say it is a horizontal expansion of a particular job. But job enrichment is a vertical expansion of a particular job. In case of job enrichment, no doubt organization add more duties, more responsibilities, more tasks to a particular job, but it is not of similar nature, it is related to higher level. And in case of job enrichment, organization adds certain motivational factors to a particular job, and organization provide more opportunity for growth and advancement. So by adding variety of things to a particular job, it creates a job, or organization creates a job more interesting and challenging. Next basis for comparison is that concept. In case of job enlargement, there is quantitatively expanding the scope of a job. Means in case of job enlargement, organization add more tasks, more duties of similar nature. So whatever the quantities of work that can be enhanced in case of job enlargement. But in case of job enrichment, organization add more variety of tasks, but not of similar nature. It is related to higher level, and organization also provides certain motivational factor like opportunity for growth and development and advancement, and chances for contributing the employees own ideas to the organization. And it also provides some level of freedom to the human resources for control their activities, to schedule their own assignments. So in case of enrichment, organization qualitatively extend the range of activities. So job enlargement is the quantitative expansion of a particular job enrichment is the qualitative expansion of a particular job. Next basis for comparison is that objectives. The objective of job enlargement is to decrease the boredom in performing a regular task. Means by performing a particular task, or by performing a task regularly, sometimes or after some time, the employee feel bored. To remove this level of boredom, organization add more variety of tasks to a particular job. So this is the case of job enlargement. So job enlargement's main intention is to decrease the level of boredom for performing a particular task repetitively. So next objective of job enrichment is that to make the job more challenging, interesting, and creative. So the main objective of job enrichment is to make the job more challenging, more interesting, and more creative. Means, in case of job enrichment, organization provides more opportunity to the human resources for contributing his or her own ideas. So whatever the creativity ideas, whatever the innovative ideas of the human resources, that can be utilized fully by the organization. So the main intention of job enrichment is to make the job more challenging, and by making the job more challenging, organization uses the inherent potentialities of the human resources fully. Next basis for comparison is that outcome. So the job enlargement's outcomes may or may not be positive, but the job enrichment's outcome always positive. Means the result of job enrichment always positive, because job enrichment having some motivational factors that attract the human resources, and in case of job enrichment, the employee feel internal satisfaction. So the human resources try to accomplish or try to um, accomplish the task of enriched job in a most effective and efficient way. So the result of job enrichment is always positive. But in case of job enlargement, organization does not add certain motivational factors. So sometimes it may provide positive result, or sometimes it may not provide the positive result. So next basis for comparison is that requirement of additional skill. In case of job enlargement, there are no requirement of additional skill for performing the enlarged task or enhanced task. In case of job enlargement, organization add more variety of tasks of similar nature. So for performing the similar task, there are no requirement of acquiring additional skill. But in case of job enrichment, the employee has to acquire some skills, some more knowledge related to the task or activity involved in a particular job. Because in case of job enrichment, organization add more varieties of tasks, more duties and responsibilities of higher level. So for performing these challenging tasks, the human resources has to acquire some some high level of skills and knowledge, so that they can able to face the challenging task, so that they can able to accomplish the challenging task in a most effective and efficient manner. Next basis for comparison is that expansion. Obviously, job enlargement is the horizontal expansion of a particular job, and job enrichment is the vertical expansion of a particular job. Next basis for comparison is supervision. Generally, job enlargement require more supervision. In case of job enlargement, organization doesn't allow the human resources to make his or her own decisions. Organization add more duties to a particular task, more varieties to a particular task. So organization has to provide more supervision to the human resources, whether the person are able to do everything in an efficient way or not. So in case of job enlargement, the organization should have to provide more supervision to the human resources. But in case of job enrichment, the supervision level is comparatively less as compared to enlargement. In case of job enrichment, organization allows the human resources um, to schedule his or her own assignments as per their requirement or as per their choice. And organization also provides some level of freedom to the human resources to control their own activities. So organization provides these things to the human resources, uh, it feels that there is a less requirement of supervision because the employees can able to do everything in a effective and efficient manner because organization provides freedom to them, organization provides power to do their activities independently. So in case of job enrichment, organization feels that there is a less requirement of supervision as compared to job enlargement. So this is all about the differences between job enlargement and job enrichment. Within this, we completed the third chapter of second unit, that is job design. Now we are going to start another chapter of your second unit, that is recruitment. In this class, we will cover the introductory part of recruitment. So, recruitment is one of the important function of human resource management. So now we are going to discuss what is recruitment. Generally, the HR manager of an organization has to perform number of functions like HRP, recruitment, selection, training and development, compensation management, and there are number of HR functions the manager has to perform on a day-to-day basis. So first, the organization has to estimate how many human resources required in terms of quantity and quality in future for carried out the organizational activities. So first duty of the HR department is to estimate how many human resources required in future for carried out the organizational activities. So after identifying or after estimating the exact quantity of human resources required in future, then it is required that the organization should have to procure that quality and quantity of human resources. Means in case of HRP, the HR department first has to perform the function of human resource planning. In case of human resource planning, the HR department first estimate how many human resources required in terms of quantity and quality, means which type of human resources required and how many human resources required in future for organizational performance. First, the HR department has to estimate, and this is done with the help of or through the process of human resource planning. After estimating the quantity and quality of human resources required by the organization in future, then the management has to find the place where required human resources will be available. Means after estimating the required quantity and quality of human resources, then it is the responsibility of the organization or HR department that it has to procure that quantity and quality of human resources to the organization so that whatever the future task can be performed in a most effective and efficient manner, or without any interruption the activities can be performed. So after estimating, it is required to make various decisions related to procuring the human resources. So the management has to find the place where the human resources will be available, and after identifying the place where the qualitative human resources are available, organization prepares or develops a particular strategy for attracting them towards the organization, and this process is known as recruitment. So recruitment means what? After estimating the required quantity and quality of human resources, it is the responsibility of HR department to procure the human resources to the organization. So for procuring the human resources, the HR department should have to develop the strategies to identify where the potential or where the qualitative candidates are available, and after identifying the place where they are available, it makes suitable strategies for attracting them towards the organization. This is known as recruitment, or we can say recruitment is a process of attracting qualitative candidates towards the organization for applying for applying job within an organization. Generally, hiring of people or procurement of people involves three activities. First one is the recruitment, second one is the selection, third one is the placement. So, recruitment is the first activity of procurement of human resources. After estimating the quantity and quality of human resources, it is required to procure the human resources to the organization. So, procurement function involves three activity. First one is the recruitment, second one is the selection, third one is the placement. In case of recruitment, organization only attracts or develops strategies to attract the potential candidates towards the organization for applying a particular job. So we can say that it is a process of attracting the employee towards the organization for applying a particular post in a organization. This process is known as recruitment. And we can say recruitment is a positive process, because in case of recruitment, organization generate more number of applications from the potential candidates. In case of selection, organization try to identify the best potential candidates out of the applied candidate. So in case of recruitment, organization only generate number of applications from the applicants from the potential candidates. So we can say recruitment is a positive process. In case of recruitment, there are no chances of rejecting the human resources. Whatever the skills, whatever the knowledge of human resources, that can be evaluated in the process of selection. So in case of recruitment, organization only accept or only generate the applications from the human resources. So we can say it is a positive process. Generally, it attracts the human resources, the potential candidates towards the organization. And recruitment includes finding, developing the sources of prospective employees and attracting them to apply the jobs in the organization. Means recruitment is a process which includes finding and developing the source of prospective employees. It is a process where organization identifies the place where the potential candidates are available, and after identifying the place where potential candidates are available, organization develops suitable strategies to attract them towards the organization for applying a particular post in the organization. So we can say recruitment is a process of attracting suitable candidates towards the organization. Next comes to meaning of recruitment. Recruitment is the generating of application or applicant for specific position to be filled up in the organization. Recruitment means what? Recruitment is the process of generating application. In case of recruitment, organizations search the better qualitative people for the organization and develop suitable strategies to attract them towards the organization. So in recruitment, organization generate more number of application or applicants for a particular position that to be filled by the organization. Next, it is the process of searching for and obtaining applicants for the job, so that right number candidate can be selected. So recruitment is the process of searching and obtaining applicants for a particular job. Means in case of recruitment, organizations a search for potential candidates or suitable candidates for the organization and develop suitable strategies for attracting them towards the organization, so that the organization may able to get right candidate for the right organizational position. So recruitment is the process of attracting suitable candidates towards the organization for a specific position to be filled up by the organization. Next comes to definition of recruitment. Here I take one expert's definition for our discussion, that is Clipo's definition. Clipo said that recruitment is the process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating, encouraging them to apply for jobs in an organization. Filippo said that recruitment is a process. Recruitment is the process of what? Recruitment is the process of searching prospective candidates. Searching prospective means suitable qualitative candidates towards the organization, uh, for the organization. And after searching prospective employees for the organization, it is required to gather them, and it is required to encourage them for applying the job within an organization. So Filippo said that recruitment is a process of what? Process of searching prospective candidates, and after searching the qualitative candidates, the organization has to develop suitable strategies for encouraging them towards the organization for applying a particular position or for applying a particular job in the organization. So recruitment is a process of attracting suitable human resources towards the organization. So this is all about the introductory part of recruitment or the concept of recruitment. And the recruitment also having number of objectives. So what are the objectives the recruitment having? We will discuss it in our next class. So this is all about our today's class. Thank you.